This past week, I had a young soccer athlete come in who had severe hip flexor pain. It hurt to lift her leg like this, but was even more painful when she took her knee to the outside. These are the 3 exercises that we did in the office that provided her immediate relief. The first thing we did was we got that hip flexor to calm down a little bit by foam rolling. As you can see in this diagram, your hip flexor attaches to the front of your hip and to your lower back. I find it way more effective if you foam roll your lower back than trying to dig into your hip to try to get that hip flexor to loosen up. That hip flexor is so deep in your hip, it's hard to get to, where in the lower back, it's a little closer to the surface. So this is how you're gonna do it. You're gonna lay on your back. The foam roller is gonna be at the bottom of your ribs. Once you're there, you're gonna roll to the side that has pain to about a 45-degree angle. From there, you're just gonna roll up and down to your tolerance. If this is too intense for you, the less you roll, the less intense it's gonna be. So find that perfect intensity for yourself and go back and forth 10 to 15 times. If you find a tender spot, you can even kind of hang out there and just let your body melt into it. This is gonna dramatically help by getting that hip flexor to calm down. The second thing we did to provide her relief was teach her how not to arch her lower back. When your hip flexor is tight, it makes your pelvis roll forward, arching your lower back. So this core exercise is what we gave her to teach her how to resist arching that lower back. You're gonna start with the foam roller at the bottom of your rib cage. You can start with just your own arm, or your body weight. You're gonna reach up towards the ceiling, crunch. The goal is not to lean over the foam roller like this. Keep that crunch the entire time and reach back. If that is not intense enough for you, you can grab a weight, dumbbell, kettlebell, it does not matter. I'm using 25 pounds, but you can use as much weight or as little weight as you want. Keep that crunch and reach back as far as you can. It's really important that you keep your arms straight. If you bend your elbows, you're not gonna feel it as much. You're gonna go use as heavy as weight as possible for 10 reps, holding for a split second at the back and come straight back overhead. And just go back and forth. You should feel a massive core engagement and a really good stretch in the middle of your back. The last thing we did was strengthen her obliques. As you can see in this diagram, you have oblique slings that go down and into your hips. By strengthening your obliques, you're taking pressure off of your hip flexors. You're gonna do a plank, but you're gonna plank with your forearms like this. You will need a ball. Once you get into that plank position, place your feet just wider than your hips. It's really important your back isn't arched. That's gonna make your hip flexors tighter. So tuck that pelvis, keep your back in neutral. Then you're gonna place the ball on your back. From there, you're gonna take your other hand and take the ball off of your back. And you're gonna go back and forth. The goal is to be able to get to 8 without the ball falling. If the ball falls, that means you're twisting into your lower back, not using your core, which is the whole purpose of this exercise. Make sure that ball stays on your back and try to get to 8 reps. You may have realized I didn't give a single hip flexor stretch. It's a waste of time. You're in pain because of a lack of stability. Strengthen that core in the ways I just showed you, and not only will you have faster pain relief, but you'll also have lasting results, which is the most important. If you're looking for more hip exercises, check out this video down here. It'll give you some great exercises to do in addition to the one I just gave you. If you have any questions about your hip pain, drop a comment down below. I'd love to help you. Until next time, keep moving and enjoy the rest of your day.